All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're looking at 10 specific AI tools that are seriously poised to change how we work and create in 2025. First up, let's talk about the tools that can become your new command center. These are all about taming that wild, endless flood of information we're all swimming in every single day. You know the old way, right? It's a chaotic mess of browser tabs, you're not sure which sources to trust. It's a headache. Now picture this instead. Perplexity Pro. It's an AI that gives you verified answers with citations, pulling from a library of over 120 million academic papers. It's literally the difference between being lost in a library and having the world's best researchers sitting right next to you. 11 hours. Just let that number sink in for a second. What could you get done with an extra 11 hours every single week? And that's not just some random number I pulled out of a hat. It comes from a Stanford study. They found that researchers using Perplexity saved, on average, a full working day each week just on literature reviews. That is a massive, massive boost in productivity. And of course, you can't have this conversation without talking about ChatGPT, especially as it moves toward version 5. This quote from a user really nails a huge shift we're seeing. AI is becoming less like a simple tool and way more like a collaborator, something that can explain complex problems just like a real colleague would. So if AI can be our command center, it can definitely help us end digital drudgery. Let's move on to the tools designed to automate all that boring, repetitive stuff that just eats up our day. Now, I know the phrase workflow automation can sound super complex and corporate, but tools like N8N make it incredibly simple. Look at this example. A new email comes in, the AI instantly figures out if the person is happy or angry, and then, boom, it automatically sends it to the right team. No more manual sorting, it's just a clean, simple flow. And here's the payoff. This is what happens. Teams that use a tool like Notion Q&A, which is amazing at finding answers buried deep in company documents, are seeing a 25% drop in time spent in meetings. And why is that? It's simple. You don't need to call a meeting to ask a question that the AI can answer in 2 seconds. Okay, this next part, this is where things get really, really exciting. Let's talk about how AI is becoming a creative superpower, taking you from just a tiny spark of an idea to a full-blown masterpiece. I mean, the power of a tool like Midjourney V6 is just staggering. Look at this. The prompt is just 5 words long. Cyberpunk meets Renaissance fresco. And the result? An absolutely stunning piece of artwork at 16K resolution. This isn't just about making cool pictures, it's about brainstorming visually at a speed that was unimaginable just a couple of years ago. And that exact same revolution is happening with video. You know the old way. You need a studio, actors, cameras, weeks of editing. The AI way? A tool like Synthesia 3.0 can take a simple script and turn it into a professional video, starring a photorealistic AI avatar in just a few minutes. It's wild. And the data absolutely backs this up. Marketing teams are reporting that they're cutting their video production time by 70% using these AI tools. That is a complete game changer for anyone trying to create content at scale. It's not just the visuals either. Audio is being completely transformed. Forget about those old robotic text-to-speech voices. A tool like 11 Labs can generate voices with genuine, nuanced emotion. And the really mind-blowing part? It can clone a voice from just a 3-second clip of audio. The possibilities for things like voiceovers and podcasts are just incredible. And for our final section, let's talk about the tools that are helping us build the future itself. I'm talking about the new AI partners for software developers. So GitHub Copilot X is so much more than a fancy autocomplete. It's like an active partner in the coding process. And the data's pretty clear. Developers who use it are implementing new features 35% faster and seeing 60% fewer bugs in their final code, all while the tool is constantly checking for security issues in the background. But, it's definitely not a one-size-fits-all world when it comes to coding assistants. This little chart breaks down 2 other huge players. You've got Cursor, which is amazing for getting help right inside your editor, because it understands your entire project. And then there's Pieces, which is all about memory and privacy, remembering everything you do locally on your machine. And this quote from a developer using Pieces really says it all. It remembers everything I forget. Think about that. It's like having a second brain, a perfect memory for every bit of code you've ever written, ready to help you solve the problem you're working on right now. So all of these different tools bring us to a really important central idea, the AI stack. This isn't about finding that one single AI that can do everything. It's about building your own personalized toolkit of specialized AIs that all work together. So the goal is not to find one perfect AI. The goal is to strategically assemble your personal AI toolkit. Maybe you use Perplexity for research, Synthesia for your videos, and GitHub Copilot when you're coding. The real magic happens when you combine these tools in a way that fits your workflow. You end up with a system that's way more powerful than any single tool on its own. So the tools are here. They're more powerful than ever, and they're ready to become your personal engine for creativity and productivity. The only question left is, what are you going to build with it?